I literally just became VIP in a Thanos snap, dog. It was incredible. I was like, "Are you serious? Like, I'm VIP now?" And then I'm stunned. So I'm not hearing everything that she's saying. And then she gives me my badge, and I'm like, "Okay, cool, like awesome." Like, and then she tells me like where the VIP area is. Just tell them you're VIP. Get your girlfriend a bracelet. And I was like, "Okay, cool. So how much is all this?" And she goes, "Nothing. Go. You're VIP." And I was like, "What?" I got a free bottle of wine. I got a free mug. I got free everything, dog. I'm in my drinking era. What's up, everyone? It's America Plus. I'm your host, Cole McCormick. It's another week, another episode. What's going on, everybody? It's Sunday, April 28th, 5:23 in the PM. Welcome to another beautiful week, everybody. It's another awesome week of America Plus. I'm your host, Cole McCormick. Thank you so much for being here. This is where we talk about innovative narratives, healthier narratives for the world, for the country, and I'm coming to you right now off of a mega high, dude. I spent the weekend. I had an experience that I need to share with you right now. I had the opportunity to drive 3 hours to semi-northern California, like middle sort of northern California, and I camped with the cows at Raw Farms USA, dude. The people who make my raw dairy, the people who produce my raw milk, the cows, the folks. I literally was hanging out with them this weekend, dude. It was one of the coolest experiences of my life. And that's what we're focused on this week, dude. I just want to talk about what happened, how it came about, all the people I met, all the conversations I had. I have a clip to share. I got to shake the hands of the people, you know. I had met a part of the team who run this farm last summer, summer 2023. They were doing a smoothie collab at Air One, a super bougie grocery store. And I got to see them, and I met the daughter of the owner and her husband, and I shook their hands, gave them a hug. They gave me a hat. And I was like, wow, what an awesome experience. Close to a year goes by, and I follow them on Instagram, and I'm just like, I'm trying to engage more and more. And they start putting out info about this event going on called Camping with the Cows. And I was like, what is this? That sounds awesome. That sounds legit, dude. And I tap on it. Sure enough, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a day and a half. It's an overnight experience, and you're camping with the cows. It's so absurdly simple. It's awesome. It's revolutionary. And right on it, I was like, Shannon, look at this event. Do you want to go? She was like, hell yes, I want to go. So Shannon was in on it. I was in on it. Tickets were $30, and we were some of the first people to get our tickets, I think, because well, at least I thought I was. I thought it was early. And as it was getting closer to the event, you know, they're posting more on Instagram. I'm getting more and more excited. I'm looking at tents on Amazon because we were in a tent, and I got a story about that too. I'd never put up a tent before. I come to find out a few days before the event, they make an announcement, just the daughter on Instagram talking, doing stories. She says that there are 1,200 people going to this event. 1,200 people? And I guess like in the past, it's been like a few hundred, but it's gotten bigger though, bigger and bigger. And they do this like every other year, like it's a freaking leap year. Every other year, there's Camping with the Cows. And so I got in on this experience right on time, dude. And it was just incredible. It was just incredible. So let's describe the whole thing from the beginning, from the top. We drive 3 hours. We have tents. We have yoga mats for our backs. We have money on our cards so we can purchase things because they were definitely selling product. They were selling all of their product there. I was planning on buying merch. I'm wearing this T-shirt right now. They ran out of my size, so I had to get like a 2X or like a 3X shirt, which is like the exact problem that you should have. You should be running out of things. I was ready to buy everything, dude. Ready to buy everything. And we just got the $30 tickets, right? Like, I'm just a guy. Like, I'm just a dude. And I've had some interaction with them on Instagram, but I wasn't. I had heard that there might have been like a VIP experience, but I'm like, I don't really like know how to even get involved with that. So I'm just there. I'm just a guest. I'm here for the vibes, dude. I'm here for the cows. And we get there super excited. We got there. It felt like a little late, maybe. A lot of people had their tents up. A lot of RVs, a lot of campers, and a whole lot of tents as well. A lot of families. This was a family event. One side was families. One side was like the partiers. But pretty much everybody was partying. And we get there. We park. And we park right next to the super nice family. And they're putting up their tent, and it comes in time for me and Shannon to put up our tent. And this is the first tent her and I have ever assembled. My past camping experiences have been like camping in my front yard with my dad, and I think he put up the tent. And the other experience I had in high school during football camp, it was like the football coaches literally took us to the woods and gave us a tarp. So there was literally, I've never had a tent. I've never had any tent lessons. And so it's her and I, and we're like, we look like the stupid LA city people, just not knowing how to put up a tent. We're like, okay, how does this like bend? How do we get it in the ground? My hand hurts. We looked weak, honestly. And there was like one family already just chilling by their RV, sitting in the shade, judging us. I could just see them. They were looking at me, just not trying to help. Luckily, the nice family next to me, the husband stepped up. He was like, "Hey man, do you need any help?" I was like, immediately, I was like, "Yes, bro, I need help. First timers right here. Please, sir, please help us out." Super simple setup, of course. We just weren't reading the directions. Honestly, there were no directions on the tent. We thought there would be directions, but there wasn't. So thank you to that, sir. Thank you to that family who helped us put up the tent. That was really appreciated. Once we got all that handled, then we started walking around. And the farm itself, it's in the middle of like, it's in Fresno, California. And Fresno, California, it's very flat. There's some mountains way out in the distance. And it's a lot of farms. You know, so it reminded me of where I'm from in southern Arizona. I grew up around farms. My high school was literally in the middle of a farm, of a hay and cotton farm. So like I'm used to wide spaces. And I'm like, whoa, like this is taking me back. Like I like this type of area, first of all. So I felt, pretty comfortable. And I was happy to see like the environment of like, okay, so like this is the farm. Like I always hear about it. I always drink the milk. Like, so this is what it is. And they were going to bring the cows out in like a couple hours, I think. And we were super excited for that. And so, and they have this like outdoor patio area. There's hay bales everywhere where you can sit, hang out. They got a stage set up for a live band. They also have a coffee and lemonade company, lemonade. What do you want to call it? Like it wasn't a food truck. It was like a food trailer, but they had lemonade. Their product was inserted in like everything. So I got this like peach lemonade topped with their raw cream. Oh my God, that was so good. Super affordable, really good vibes. And we didn't know anyone going into them. Going in there, I had met the daughter. Her name's Kaylee. I met her once last year, and so like we were like sort of familiar. I wasn't sure if she would like remember me. Hopefully she remembers my face. But sometimes they share my stories. So it was like I don't know what like the dynamic is. So like we're really just going in here like willy-nilly. Like we're gonna see what happens. And there's this one guy I started following on Twitter. His name's Case. I knew that he was going. He lives out here in LA too. I knew he was going. So I was planning on like doing like a first IRL meetup with this guy. And I was hoping that we would hit it off. We did. We chilled. That was a real good time. I'll get there. So Shane and I were walking around doing our thing, and we're like, I want to get some merch. Like, I got to get the hoodie. Like, Shannon needs a hat. I need a hoodie. Shannon wants a t-shirt as well. And I was like, maybe we should buy some cheese too. Like, let's just do it. And I didn't have that much money, but I was ready to spend it. You know what I mean? And I go up there, and they got like a super like cute little store set up. And sure enough, Kaylee is working there. The daughter's there. I'm like, okay, like hopefully she'll say hi to me. Hopefully I can say hi. Like I would love to connect. And I get there, and I grab a mug, I grab a hoodie. You know, I do all this. And oh, there was also wine tasting. They had a wine tasting bar there as well. You could buy a bottle of wine, okay? And I was like, that's a splurge. Like I already had like 2 samples. Like, let's just get the bottle, baby. Let's go for it. So I got the mug, I got the bottle of wine, the hoodie. And I was like, all right, let's go. Come on, daddy's spending. And Kaylee, she turns and she looks at me and she sees me. And I was like, hey, what's up? And then she looks at me and she points at me. She goes, aren't you an influencer? And I'm like, I was like stunned. I was like, I guess. Like, I'm on Instagram. I guess, sure. And the reason she asked me is because all of the influencers are VIPs there. And they had like a VIP section. But I had no connection. I never asked to be VIP. I didn't expect to be VIP. So like, I was just like, yeah, I never like really considered myself an influencer. I guess I'm a raw milk influencer. Now I am, because she looked at me. She was like, aren't you an influencer? I was like, yeah, I'm on Instagram. And she goes, you need a box. You don't pay for anything. You're VIP. You're VIP right now. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get you your badge. What? What? I got the badge right here, folks. Look at the video, bro. Watching the video, I got this VIP badge, dude. This collectible, dog. I literally just became VIP in a Thanos snap, dog. It was incredible. I was like, are you serious? Like, I'm VIP now? And then I'm stunned. So I'm not hearing everything that she's saying. And then she gives me my badge. And I'm like, okay, cool, like awesome. Like, and then she tells me like where the VIP area is. Just tell them you're VIP. Get your girlfriend a bracelet. And I was like, okay, cool. So how much is all this? And she goes, nothing. Go. You're VIP. And I was like, what? I got a free bottle of wine. I got a free mug. I got free everything, dog. Free everything. It was incredible. I was like, holy crap, this is VIP life? Oh my God, I need to be VIP more often. And I just kept saying to Shannon, like, hey, babe, don't worry about it. Like, I'm VIP. Babe, you know I'm VIP, right? Hey, what's up? Hey, yeah. Yeah, I'm VIP. Yeah, sure, yeah. The guy in the raw milk hoodie? Yeah, I'm VIP. Yeah. So I was sort of hyping myself up with that. My ego had a real good time. And then we go to the VIP section, and we're hanging out with the cool people. And that's when they brought out the cows. The cows are really cute. I got pictures. If you're listening to this in a modern podcast app like Fountain or Podverse, Podcast Guru, you're seeing all the photos. I'm trying to put up as many photos as I can right now. Photos of the cows, photos of the products, photos of everything. Cows were super cute. They're super nice. They're a little skittish. Like if you walk up to them, they're like they sort of like back up because they don't want to be pet. But they're super nice. They all have names. And we're just hanging out, and that's when this guy on Twitter, his name's Case and his girlfriend and his crew, they came by, and then like now we're like mingling with people, and we're trying to talk to like other, you know, now I'm conversing with other influencers like myself, you know. Now I'm a part of the business. I'm a part of the PR all of a sudden. And my mind was like imagine like the cartoon jaw dropping, like it's an infinite jaw drop. Like that was my mind, like infinitely blowing up. Like, and I was like, oh, is this real? Yeah, man, it was real. And there was more free wine in the VIP section. So I drink a lot of wine Saturday night. That's what I'm saying, guys. It was another Easter moment for me. And that was awesome, dude. And I met this guy named Luke. He was cool. There's this, I'm going to call them the Coachella crew. There's this Coachella crew of influencers. And what I mean by that is like, they look literally like they're just like cosplaying country. Like they're just like, the country is the vibe for the weekend. And like just super like gaunt, like really gaunt looking people, like really like thin cheeks, like really skinny people with really, really dark tans. I'm like, I don't know if I want to hang out with those people. And so, and I turn around and it's this guy, Case. And Case and we finally meet up. I was like, hey, dude, like, it's Case, right? He's like, yeah, man, it's Cole, right? I was like, yeah, man. We shook hands, we hugged, said hi to his girlfriend, said hi to their friends. And we were just hanging out with them for a good minute. I was already a little tipsy, so I was guiding the conversation pretty fluidly. And just trying for it to not be awkward because, you know, you're sort of confined in this VIP hay bale box that they assembled. And you have platters of raw cheese and crackers, and you're trying to sound cool. You're trying to sound like you're somebody. And you're also just trying to sound cool and be authentic at the same time. So I'm balancing these two really strong things. And it was a good time, man. Like just trying not to be awkward and just trying to let the moment flow, dude. That's really what it was. I met this other guy named Luke. His sister has like some fitness app down here in LA. So like that's how they connect, or like his sister-in-law, I don't know how he got there, but he was VIP too. And got to talk to him. This guy plays soccer in Greece. I'm like, that's so cool, dude. And hung out with him for a little bit. And then, you know, like any festival or like party, like you come together and then you disperse. You come together and then you disperse. You know, you go through that motion. And we're just talking about raw dairy. Just talking about raw milk. Everyone luckily had been drinking that for a little bit. And some people had not. And that takes me to the clip that I want to play. During all this greetings, during all this talking, one of the first things I did, like I spotted the founder. Last summer when I met Kaylee, her father, the founder, Mark McAfee, he wasn't at the Erewhon, what do you want to call it? The Erewhon smoothie mashup. He wasn't there, but he was here today. He was here this weekend. He was at the farm. Mark McAfee. This guy founded the farm in 1998. And he was on Paul Saladino's podcast. He's been on a few other podcasts. And honestly, when it comes to this farm in particular, Raw Farms in Fresno, California is the largest raw dairy farm in the world. And I'm almost tearing up, like saying that. Like I literally had this experience to be like at a global mecca of raw milk. And I see the man who started it. I see the man. And he's there just talking to people, chilling. And I had to go up there and I had to shake his hand. I had to shake my rancher's hand. And I had to tell him my story. And I just wanted to connect with him for a little bit. So I got this 2-minute, 49-second clip of me talking to Mark McAfee, telling him my story, and just get a feeling for who he is as a man, dude. Here we go. My name's Cole. Your milk changed my life, honestly.
What's your story, man? Tell me your story.
So in high school, I figured out I was lactose intolerant.
Not really. That's pasteurization intolerance.
Yeah, I know. There was like
There's nothing wrong with the milk.
Exactly.
You as the milk.
Exactly. There was a week in my house where we just didn't have the milk. I grew up on 2%, and I always had acne growing up. And one week we just like didn't go to the store for milk.
Looks great.
And then thank you. Now it does. And that week in high school, my skin cleared up because I didn't have the pasteurized, and so I thought it was a allergy.
Milk, yeah.
And then for 7 years after that, I graduated in 2015. For 7 years, I was drinking almond milk, all the plant-based stuff. And then, but I was still having like gut issues. And pretty much I was just looking around, like, is there like a different milk or is there like another thing that I could use? And I stumbled on this video of this guy just talking about how his daughter was lactose, but they used raw milk. He was in like a farm as well. And I was like, what's going on here? Like, what is this? And I never heard the term like raw milk. I had heard whole milk. And I thought that was crazy growing up. But then I was like, what is raw? And then I looked up raw milk, like, is that legal? What's going on? What about in California? I grew up in Arizona, so I was looking up Arizona laws.
Yep.
And I decided to just like try it. I bought a pint of milk.
Was that from
I was in LA.
Fond du Lac?
Fond du Lac, yeah. I found out,
England. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I found out Fond du Lac, but I live in LA now, and I ended up buying a pint of milk through like Uber Eats or something. I was like, let's just try it out. And I was staring at the glass of milk for like 10 minutes because I was afraid that I was going to have a reaction.
You thought you were drinking suicide, right?
I thought, yeah, I was really...
Cyanide. I'm not really suicidal, but I gotta do it. Yeah, I get it. People are scared to death.
Yeah, man. But then I drank it, no reaction, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then I got the butter. I put the butter on some sourdough, and when I had that, I really...
Did you feel good?
I legit like teared up. Yeah. I legit like cried. I'd never had like normal butter like that in a while, and just like the taste. Like,
you know what was happening?
What
was happening was you were starting to synthesize dopamine and serotonin in your gut, and it was going to your brain. You're going, oh my God, it was like this release. Your brain needs good fats. It really needs the dopamine, serotonin, and the good cholesterols that come from these raw fats.
Yeah.
And we see that all the time.
And your testosterone.
Yeah.
Wait, dopamine, serotonin from this raw milk?
Yeah.
What's that?
Did you say dopamine and serotonin?
Dopamine and they're both synthesized in the gut. And raw milk drives that synthesis to occur.
Really?
And it gets to the blood system, goes to your brain. You feel great.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, I'm not kidding you, buddy.
Why didn't I learn all this yet?
Because nobody taught you. That's what we're doing today. But here's the thing. Your experience is not unusual.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful story, but it's not unusual. And that's what drives me to climb any mountain I have to protect that right, because the fact that people have that story.
When he was talking to me, he shook my hand and he slapped his hand on my chest. Like, what's up, dude? Tell me your story. I was like, oh, okay. Like, he touched me with the hand of God, the hand of the world's milkman. The world's strongest milkman grabbed my heart. And I was like, dude, like, this is so sick. And there was a third voice in that clip who was like, wait, what? Serotonin and dopamine are what? And this third guy was getting like a whole gut health class, dude. Gut health like 305 situation, bro. And lives are being changed right now. Lives are being changed right now because of raw dairy, because of raw milk, kefir. I'm saying that right now, kefir, dude. It's kefir for life. I'm not saying kefir anymore. It's kefir, dude. I heard it from the man's mouth. I heard it from the cow's mouth himself, dude. And for him to say, like, for him to say this thing of like, he's on this mission. He's willing to climb any mountain he can. What's the last like 10 seconds, dude, or last like 9 seconds?
It's a wonderful story, but it's not unusual. And that's what drives me to climb any mountain I have to protect that right, because
to climb any mountain I have to protect that right. When's the last time you heard something like that from a businessman? He's willing to climb any mountain to protect that right. That sounds like a president. God, dude. That sounds like a president to me, dog. Like, that is some revolutionary shit. Like, there's no other way to say it. No other CEO is talking like that. Maybe Elon Musk. Maybe. But no one else, dude. So we have that experience. I become VIP out of the blue, willy-nilly. The cows are there. We're happy. The band shows up. The wine is pouring. We're hanging out. They got a taco situation for dinner. Tacos are delicious. I had like 4 tacos along with the rice bowl. All of it was carne asada. All of it was steak. Give me the meats. We're smoking meats. We need it. And it was just a party. After that, it was just a party. The whole time was a party. Just honestly, dude, like there's no other way to describe it. I was drinking wine a ton. Shannon was hanging out. We had a bunch of raw cheese, and we just had the time of our lives. And I think we went to bed at like 10 o'clock. Oh, we roasted marshmallows. We had s'mores before we went to bed. That was really good. They had some bonfires going on. The funny thing about it is everything that was going on, you know, so it's like a family-owned thing, right? And with that, when it comes to these big events, the kids of the family need to recruit their friends to work the event. So you got all these like everyone like 17 and under is working the event. So you got these 10-year-olds on these golf carts taking around the trash, and you got like these 15-year-olds with the flamethrower starting the bonfire with the propane. Like it's funny to like, you know, like that was normal for me growing up, but out here in LA, you know, the big cities, like a normal, you know, civilized, quote unquote, civilized Western society, you know, they're going to have their fake fires. They're not going to, like, a kid shouldn't do anything, you know, a child shouldn't be driving. So you just get this real life experience, you know, that's really what it was. And we went to bed. Had a really good sleep. Had a great sleep actually. I woke up around like 5, you know, just because I usually do. And coffee started at 6, and there was a VIP tour at 8:30, and so that's what we were doing. And the tour, we actually got a real tour. We actually got a tour of the farm. Now, in regards to the entire operation, the farm itself is not the entire operation. We didn't see the bottling. I really wish we saw the bottling, because like the bottling is like always cool, you know, like you always see like soda being bottled on TV. You always see like, it just looks cool. Like they have those like automatic machines that like the robot hand puts the cap on, like whoop, 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 whoop. We didn't see that. I wished we saw that, but we only saw the farm operations, and the farm was really eye-opening. They have, I forget if they said they have between 700 to 1,200 cows, somewhere in between there. And these cows get milked twice a day, and they produce 5 to 6 gallons each every single day. And that was really interesting to see. And all the VIPs were on this cool tractor. We were on the tractor driving through here, and they graze on grass throughout the year, right? So that was another big thing for me. Go to my Instagram and Twitter. I put out a whole video of like I'm talking in front of a cow. I'm talking in front of this cow named River. Just talking about grass fed. I'm definitely past the bottle of wine, and I just got super emotional about the experience. The good thing about Drunk Cole is that I start talking about love and God. So maybe it's not too bad that I had the whole bottle plus, but I was really in my feels, and I really was feeling blessed last night, just during the entire moment, during the entire experience. I felt blessed to be there. And he's taking us through where they sleep, where they hang out at, how much they eat grass, how do they control it seasonally. If it's summertime and it's like 110 outside, they're not going to be outside during daytime because it's way too hot for them. They'll overheat. So they'll bring them out in the early mornings. That's when they'll get the grass. And then they have a mixture of other feed. That's a mixture of almonds or some sort of like almond, like they have almond trees on the farm as well. And so they have a mix of almond, corn, and I forget the third one. I forget the third thing, but there's like this like mix of these crops that they give them. And Mark McAfee described it as supplementing their food or supplementing their nutrition, because if they were to eat grass like the whole time, they wouldn't be able to like hold their weight. They'd be too skinny, you know, but they're not eating corn all the time. You know, you always hear about like cows eating on corn all day is no good, you know, but there is a balance that you can give them. So, and they seem to be enjoying the food as well. You know, these cows are not abused. These cows are loved. These cows are cared for. And that is abundantly clear the thing that was abundantly clear is that there is love on this farm. It's all out in the open. It's blatant, dude. Like, it's just raw dairy. And he's telling us about. Well, the weird thing is that I never thought about. They need to keep these cows pregnant. You know, that's every milk situation. Every cow that's giving milk needs to be pregnant. So they have some sort of fertilization process. They don't have any bulls. They have no male cows on the farm. They used to, not anymore. It gets a little hectic. The bulls can, like, I guess they can get, like, just jealous or something like that at the farmers. Like, there's been, like, issues in the past with bulls being rough. So they got rid of that. Now they have some sort of artificial insemination process. And they have there's both a marketplace for trading cows and calves, along with there's a rhythm of having a cow be pregnant and making sure that pathogens don't get into the milk. And so that was really interesting to hear about how they have a totally separate area, like a totally separate location for a cow after they give birth, because after they give birth, both the calf is like infested with pathogens along with the mom cow. And so you want to separate, and you want to make sure that they're like sterile, and you want to make sure that they like go through some sort of process of becoming unsterile or becoming sterile, becoming clean with no pathogens. So that was really interesting, just a part of the process that I didn't know about. You know, they need to keep them pregnant, and they need to separate. Oh, they also need to separate the child and the mom, and then they trade the calf off to another. Like, there's another separate location where there's like a bunch of other mom cows, but it's not the specific mom cow, and the calf hangs out with the other mom cows on this other location until it can be traded off to somewhere else. You know, I think it depends on if it's a boy or girl or not, whatever. But and that's a whole other marketplace for that. And that's he didn't go too deep into that, but that's what that is. Took us to where they're milked. I saw where they're milked. They have, and their udders are clean daily. Their udders are tested for pathogens every time they get milked. Along with that, the milk is also tested once it comes out. So there's 2 tests that are happening during the milking process. And for the individuals doing it, it's a mixture of people and machines, right? So you have like 2 or 3 guys. We saw 2 or 3 guys coating the milking machines with a, what did he call it? It is some sort of, I don't want to say sterilizer, but it was some sort of cleaner that they put inside so that there's no infections on the udders. You see them coating the machines with that, and then they put them on, and then they get milked for like 15, 20 minutes probably, and then they take them off. And Mark McAfee said, he was the one giving the tour, he said that he gives out cleanliness bonuses. I think that's what he said, cleanliness bonuses. So the more clean and the more positive, or I should say negative tests, like negative for pathogen tests, the more clean the cows, the more money these workers get. And that's an incentive. If I'm running a business, that's a real incentive. The cleaner these cows are, the cleaner this milk is, the more money you're going to get, and the safer the consumer is. Like, that is double thumbs up for me. Thank you, Mark McAfee, for doing that. And thank you to those workers who are milking those cows, because you want clean cows, you want clean milk, and you just want a good product. You want a clean product. We all want clean food, clean eating. You know, that's the key here. That's the real key. And after that, it was just a hangout, and we there was just like another like hour and a half of hanging out, getting more merch, getting some more coffee. I wanted to get, and then they were selling more product. I brought home a bunch of cheese. I got 4 pounds of cheese and 4 what do you want to call it? 4 quarts of kefir. 4 quarts of kefir, dog. Can you believe that? And again, I forgot I was VIP. I go up there and I'm like, okay, so how much is all this? And they're like, no, you're VIP. Go. I was like, I literally got, Shane and I did the math. I got over $200 worth of stuff for free. All because I was VIP, dude. All because I was VIP. Like, that was absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. And after that, we just got our stuff. Oh, I also got this crate. I got a picture up right now. I got this Raw Farms crate. You can see it in the video as well. I've always wanted a milk crate. Like, everyone wants a milk crate, right? Now I have one for my raw dairy, dude. This is sick. I was super excited. I was like, Kaylee, what do I need to do to get the crate? And she was like, you and everyone else. Oh, let me get you one. And I was like, please, thank you. And it's just cool, dude. I got this authentic milk crate, you know? We got milk crates at the restaurant, but, like, I don't want those are lame, dude. That's industrialized milk crates, dude. I want the raw, dude. Give me the raw milk crate. And now I have it. And now I can stand on it whenever I'm preaching raw milk. Now I have a real platform to stand on, dude. Just really blessed, man. Just really blessed. And then we just packed up and then we head off, and now we're here. Now we're home. Now we're sharing the experience, dude. I don't think there's anything like too much else to share. Like, it was one big party. We drank a whole lot of the biggest thing, or the most like fun thing. This morning there is a milk chugging contest. Yes, you heard that right. A milk chugging contest. They had the kids go up first, then they had the men, then the women. And I had to go for it. They didn't give us a gallon. It wasn't a gallon, but they all gave us quarts. It was all because they sell quarts in the store, quarts of milk, and whoever drank it the fastest won. Whatever, just for pride, you know, just for competition. I did not win, but I definitely drank the whole thing in a good amount of time. And that was really fun, dude. I've never done a milk chugging contest. I always see that online and people like throw up because they're trying to drink the whole gallon at once. No, dude, this is just for fun. This is just for fun, like just for gags. Like, they don't want anyone to throw up. Like, that's no good. But that was a lot of fun, dude. That was a lot of fun. Just one big party with people who are like-minded. That was the biggest takeaway for me. My big lessons and the things that, like, it wasn't like things were unlocked for me, but things were really affirmed and things were really like shown to me. So to share my spiritual side real quick, tied to all this, the reason why I was freaking out, like, I didn't just get lucky with the VIP thing. Throughout this week, I've been practicing a new type of meditation. I've been going like a different route, shorter amount of time, just like 3 to 5 minute meditation. And the 3 steps I follow are: I shift my focus to my physical heart. Like, I literally think about my physical heart. I have my breathing slow down. I make sure my exhale is longer than my inhale. And then I focus on gratitude. I conjure up the emotion of gratitude, of being grateful. And I sit there until I really feel grateful. And throughout this last week, I've been telling myself that I am grateful that I have time, money, and opportunity. Time, money, and opportunity. And this weekend was just an affirmation of those things happening, because time, as in, like, I just have time to be creative. Like, I'm thankful to have time to do a podcast. I'm thankful I have time to go to the raw farm. You know, I was thankful that work gave me the days off, gave me the weekend off. And I'm just happy that it landed, like this moment landed at the perfect time, because, you know, Mother's Day is coming up, and that's a super busy time for the restaurants. And like, so that lined up. And then just like with the money, for full disclosure, my dad did give me a few $100. So not a few hundred, it was just like $100 to buy some hoodies, and maybe some groceries. But I didn't ask for that. Like, my dad just like sent me that, and I was like, thanks, Dad. And then all of a sudden I'm VIP. Like, that's so sick. And then I'm getting all this stuff for free. And then the opportunity stuff is I'm connecting with people on Instagram. Case's girlfriend is a private chef, and I was like, hey, I'm a prep cook. If you need me, I'm there for you. So maybe there's a new opportunity with that. I don't know, but like that's just like that's a cooler thing. Like it's a lot cooler than working for a mega company. You know, private events is cool, highly in demand, she said. And then I'm connecting with Case. I want to do more stuff with him. I want to do a podcast with him. He has a podcast. Like there's just like to be around, like the opportunity to be around other influencers and creative people who are just talking about health, talking about their own thing. And we all collided at this raw dairy event. It was just incredible. And that's what I've been praying for. That's what I've been meditating on and being grateful for, and just believing that I have those things. And sure enough, like I did. And it was beautiful. And I driving home today, I was telling Shannon about this, and I was like tearing up, like telling her about it. Like I'm just like, now I'm really grateful. Now I'm like, at first it was just me like trying to practice feeling grateful, but now I'm like, now I really feel grateful, man. And just blessed, hashtag blessed. Like no other way to say it, no other way to go about it. And it's affirmation of I should keep on going. Whatever I'm seeking, the projects that I'm working on, I need to continue my current path. Like this week was huge for me, guys. This week was huge. Big deal. And I just want to encourage you to continue walking down your path, to practice gratitude, to keep your heart open. You know, like your heart is connected to intuition. Your heart is connected to the universe. You know, like to keep your heart open is to keep opportunities open for yourself, to keep options open for yourself. Like there is another way. There's another path. There's a new opportunity for you if you keep your heart open and thankful for it. And that's just a huge lesson this week. Huge lesson. And so I'm just like, you're getting real time, like me absorbing it. It blows my mind. And it's so simple too. Like I mean, it was a lot of money. Like it's a lot of cheese. I got 4 pounds of cheese. It's like silly. I got 4 kafirs, dude. And I'm like crying about it. Like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now I don't need to go to Sprouts. Like, oh my goodness. Just incredible, dude. Incredible time. Incredible time to be alive. And it was valuable. Like, raw dairy's valuable. The raw farms experience, the raw farms camping with the cows was a valuable time, dude. And I just encourage you to look for raw dairy products. And if you're in California, or if you, they are selling their cheese nationwide, and they're about to put out a frozen raw milk pet meal topper. They're selling their frozen raw milk for your pet's meals. Okay, so check that out. Nationwide and all Sprouts. If there's a Sprouts near you, check that out, please. It just helps out the community, you know. And I'm just an influencer here doing my thing, you know. I'm just VIP, you know. I'm just VIP. But that's the value I have, man. What do you think about that? Tell me what you think about that experience. I would love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever experienced raw dairy? Do you drink raw milk? Has anything changed? Has your health changed at all because of raw dairy? Anything like that? Like, are you jealous? How about you answer this question? Are you jealous of me because I'm VIP? Yeah, dude. You can do that through multiple ways. I want to go into the boostograms now, everybody. The value for value. Let's do it one more time. I like that sound. The value for value boostograms, everybody. America Plus is a value for value show. I saw so much value in the raw dairy. Now I'm trying to bring this value to you. That's what value for value is. It's an interaction between you and I. I'm never going to have any advertisements on America Plus. It's always going to be value for value between you and I. That means that I bring this content up front and you're able to reciprocate that value through 3 different ways: time, talent, and treasure. You listening to my story is amazing. That's valuable. Sharing the podcast, talking about it with your friends, that's valuable. If you have any talent, if you have any resources about raw dairy, if you have anything to share, sharing is a talent. Engage with me that way. Either send me a DM, connect with me on Twitter or on X, or the other way, treasure. There's 2 ways that you can send me treasure. That's monetary value. Just tell me what the value of this time is to you through money. You can do it through PayPal, the America Plus PayPal. That's linked down below in the description. Or you should be listening to me on a modern podcast app like Fountain.
Go to value4value.info for more info, then download the Fountain.fm app. It's the best way to support the show.
Valueforvalue.info is like a good rundown of what this model is. And then the Fountain.fm app, that's my favorite podcasting app. You're able to see all my chapter images. You're able to listen to the full episode with the song. I'm playing a song here in a little bit, right after this section. And you're able to just do more. You're able to send small bits of Bitcoin to me if you saw any value in it. And I encourage you to do that. People send in their favorite numbers. People send in like 15,000, 1,111, whatever. Pick your number, and just express the value you're getting from this podcast through that way. And that's another way we can connect. The Boostagram is when you send a message with that payment as well. And I'm going to be reading the Boostagrams right now. Going on from last week, had a few people comment last week. Number 119, UFOs and growth, talking about aliens last week. We got a few things here, or a couple people at least. Here we go. The first one comes in from @Drew2261. They send in 100 Satoshis. Thank you so much, Drew.
Boosting is loving.
Thank you very much. Next one comes in from @Shannon P. Shannon Passy. What up, Shan? She sends in a beautiful 333 Satoshis. And she has to say, boosting for the radical healing. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
It's basically, you put Bitcoin with anything, and all of a sudden, that is more efficient.
Radical healing for my father. It's happening now. Next one comes in from @Joel W. He sends in another beautiful 333 sats. That's a little lower than usual. No worries. He goes, first off, the small boost isn't indicative of the show. Just a low wallet. Fill up your wallet, Joe. What are you doing, Joel? He says, that said, tinfoil hat time. While I do believe otherworldly entities exist, maybe aliens, maybe angels/demons, but I really think the UFO stuff lately is some secret government shit or an outright psyop. And that's my 2 cents.
And now, as the French say, it is time for le boost.
Joel W., thank you for your 2 cents. I take that in, and we're going to figure it out together. If it's a psyop, if it's angels, if it's demons, if it's just other life forms, we're going to find out together, Joe. No matter what the answer is, Joel, no matter what the answer is, we're going to figure it out together. I believe that. That's a fact, right? These next 2 come in from @Frillis. Frillis was streaming in a bit, and he decided to boost. His first one is 1515. He says, another great episode, Cole. Keeping you and your dad in my prayers. Thank you so much, Frillis. And then the last one, Frillis sends in 2,222. That's a row of ducks, by the way. He was commenting on the song last week. So that means that the artist last week got 60% of that 2,000. Frilla says, that guitar, flame emoji, what up? America Plus Pod brings the heat every week. Yes, sir.
Boostar.
Boost.
Yes, sir. Thank you to everyone who donated. Thank you to everyone who sent in some sats and those boostergrams. That's value for value, everyone. That is value for value. People enjoyed the songs. People enjoyed the words. People are thinking. That's what I'm trying to do here at America Plus, man. That's the goal. And you can be a part of that too. Be a part of the America Plus community. Send in a boostergram on Fountain or any modern podcast app. Go to podcastapps.com. There's like 16 different apps that you can choose from. It's a whole new ecosystem, dude. It's about podcasting, music, movies, audiobooks. There is like every medium, every type of thing that you can create on the internet is in this system or can be a part of this system, and you can support that, dude. It's growing. I'm one of the filmmakers as well. I'm a podcaster, filmmaker. I'm making movies for this system. You'll be able to boost my Raw Milk documentary when it comes out, dude. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. All right. So that's value for value. Make sure to boost. We're going to head into the song, okay? The song with this now. Be a part of the America Plus community by downloading the Fountain.fm app, where you can listen to the entire episode, the song at the very end, and you have the opportunity to support the artist by streaming money.